The Marketing Funnel Strategy Show. More leads. More sales. More predictability.
Introducing Jared Hyman, sales and marketing expert. Introducing Serena Carly, marketing and outsourcing expert.
Hey there everyone, welcome to the Marketing Funnels and Strategy Show for today. Today we're going to be talking a little bit more in depth around outsourcing today. We're over here in Western Australia, I am, and we're in lockdown today, but it's just ending, which is fantastic to see. Hey there, Serena. We've got her here live as well. How are you?
Hi, Jared. I'm good, thank you very much. Thanks for asking. It's very nice of you. And how awesome is it that they didn't extend the lockdown? That was very surprising. So
yeah, very good. There was no cases, so they saw. And nothing lasts 24 hours. So they've eased everything, allowing us to go out and have some fun, which is great. So today's topic, guys, we're going to be talking a little bit around outsourcing today, and how to find or how to work out what to outsource, and more importantly, when you're looking what to outsource, how to find people to be able to outsource that too. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Serena has been running an outsourcing company for, I don't know, how long did you run an outsourcing company for now, Serena?
how long?
Yeah, how long did you run an outsourcing company for? It's a long time, right?
Yeah, I
Ages.
sort of lost track of a bit of time. I couldn't even tell you what year it sort of started. So, it'd have to be, well, when I first started with outsources, it was 2008. So, and then I started the outsourcing business sort of the following year or so after that. So 8, 10, looking 11 years.
Yeah, just a little while. So over that time, right, you kind of learn a lot of things around outsourcing, because businesses these days, a lot of people seem to play a bit of a lone wolf. I know I played a lone wolf game myself for a while. And, once you get to a certain point, you've really got to understand what you're best at, what you're really good at. And then how can you start buying back hours in the day, right? Your business will grow to a certain level that you can manage by yourself. Then it's about buying more time throughout the day to be able to do more of what you're really good at, finding other people that are good at doing other things that you aren't quite the best at. So we're going to be talking a little bit about this today, and just how you can outsource. Serena, if you were to talk about if someone was to come to you and they were like, what should I outsource first, what would you normally say to them?
The first thing I'd probably, depending on the business and what you're doing to actually get more business in, I think something that does take up a lot of time that's really good to keep focused, but focused in the right way, is social media. So if you can get someone good to help you with your social media that understands your business and posts it in a business manner, not just posting quotes and, what they used to do. I think when I first started, it was all about posting quotes, pictures and, memes and sort of stuff like that, which is, sort of good, what do they call it? Like positive outlooks and all that sort of stuff. But you also want to post stuff that is relevant to your customers. So if you get someone good enough that can do that, which is difficult in some situations, that would be the very first thing I would probably outsource.
100%. Well, look, like everything, I love marketing, right? I love paid marketing specifically because I like the speed that it can speed things up for you in terms of being able to grow your business. Because I hate sort of sitting in limbo and, trying to, work on different slow methods of being able to grow a business and find people that want to work with you, right? Or want to learn something about what you do. So for me, I like to find ways to speed that up. But let's face it, what will happen is part of your business, you will be running paid marketing, and people will start liking and following you online and things like that. And you got to start posting some things that are meaningful. And for a lot of big people these days, right, to be able to, do a lot of the posting and everything themselves every single day, plus run sales calls, plus run marketing, plus do the finances, plus manage the team, plus like all these other, be a leader, whatever else, right, that business owners that are doing themselves at the moment. The tasks have a tendency to be able to mount up. And you got to understand yourself as well and understand, is this the best use of my time? If it's not the best use of your time, you got to find somebody to outsource that to. Right? There's multiple different ways to outsource it. There's specialists that just deal with management of social media. You could outsource it to us. You could jump on Fiverr. You could jump on, any sort of. You could get your own outsourcer off, any outsource platform. There's heaps of them these days. You could outsource, your posting and stuff like that directly to them. But you got to really understand, like, if you're going to outsource the posting for your page and your page management, you want to make sure that someone understands your business, understands what you do, understands how you go about doing things, and understands what your ideal client wants. Because if you can start speaking things on your page that are meaningful to someone, take the show, for example, right? Today we're talking about, we speak direct to business owners. Today we're talking about outsourcing, but a lot of people come and follow us for social media advice and how to, grow and generate leads, how to get attention, how to convert that into sales, that type of stuff, how to profit from social media, how to put $1 in, get 3, 4, 5, 10 out, 20 out, 30 out of an advertising campaign. But at the same point in time, there's still these little bits and pieces of outsourcing little things to free up a little bit more time so you can do other things. That's just one element, right? So social media, that's great, Serena. I'm glad you brought that one up because, I say to people, boosting posts, posting everywhere all over social media these days isn't something that you should be focusing on. You should be focusing on ways to generate leads, ways to speak to people, right? Being more intentful with your posting, and posting on your page isn't always a way that you're going to be able to reach many people, really.
No.
Yeah, I think maybe 1-2% of people that are on your page are going to see your post. It's disgraceful.
Yeah, if you can engage them really, really well, and, I guess I'm going to give an example of someone who has a recipe book with food. So, they keep the sales of that going alive just through social media. And the majority of it is actually posting recipes and scrumptious looking food. I mean, people see an image, and especially if it's food, and it's almost like being holding a cooked steak in front of a dog and his mouth starts to drool. We have this emotional connection with food, and there's something that we really like. It's like, oh my God, that looks yummy. Oh my God, I want that. What is it? What's the recipe? Who's selling it? Where can I find it? So, really thinking about the emotional aspect of getting the person involved in your post is very important. And that's why getting someone who can relate to that can do it for you, will take a lot of your time away across Facebook, across Instagram, even Twitter to a certain degree. I don't use Twitter for something I do, but, a lot of people do. Pinterest, which is all about, images and everything. That'll probably be the major ones. Other businesses, you could go LinkedIn as well too.
100%. So that's one thing there you can go and outsource. That one thing is just the general day-to-day posting of your page. Serena and I, we've got multiple accounts that we have. We're managing multiple accounts. We don't do the posting. We have teams that take care of the posting and everything for us, because it's not a good use of our time to come up with a post and post it for someone every single day. We've got specialists in the background that take care of that. Another thing that you can look at outsourcing as well is the content creation side, right? So you do a video, you run a show just like we are right now. Okay, you can outsource the video editing side to your business as well. Video editing, captions, distributing it across other channels. Outsourcing that is a great way to be able to sort of free up a little bit more time for yourself as well. Right? We've got teams in the background, once again, take care of all of this for us. They outsource, they upload it to YouTube, all that type of stuff for us as well, right? They add little intro videos, everything like that we've got for this show as well, all just completely outsourced.
So the content, when you're talking about the content, which is article writing as well too. So, if you've got a website, you want to keep your website up to date, and you want to keep it relevant, and you want to keep it, you want to let Google know that your website is fresh. So they always say content is king. So as you said, you can create videos, and then you can create the content from the videos. You can create the audio from the videos. You can use images with the videos. You can put the videos in a blog, and then take out the data from the videos. You can actually even have a video go on YouTube and download the text of that video from YouTube. So if you're doing a lot of writing, of course, it would need a little bit of fixing because it might not be 100% perfect, but it would save a lot of time. And you could write the whole video into a text and put it on your blog as well. Put it on a blog somebody else's. So you're building up backlinks, which then goes into the SEO outsourcing as well. So that's all relevant, articles on blogs, videos on blogs, articles from the video on blogs, on your own website, on other people's blogs also.
Yeah, just even distributing it across to literally blogs and all that type of stuff is another way, or something else there that can just be outsourced. Even if we're talking websites and blogging and stuff, there's the search engine optimization side as well, Serena, right?
Yeah. So the search engine optimization, do you want me to tell about that?
Yep. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so the search engine optimization side, which is called SEO, which is it's not relevant to every single business. It depends on how you sell your business. So if you want to be found first on Google, you need to do a lot of SEO, which can be quite difficult for some businesses if you've got a lot of competition. So to get someone to outsource that for you as well, you need to make sure that they know what they're talking about when they do it. They have to get you backlinks, and they have to be good backlinks. They have to be quality backlinks that have a reasonably high score that Google will look at it with a better connection to say, well, these people know what they're talking about. They're not just writing shit, And SEO means going to other websites, blogs, education websites, everything, especially the ones that give you high rating. And then once again, the articles then go on to that as relevant backlinks that direct back to your website, and that all builds up your search engine optimization. So you need an outsourcer that can do that as well, because that takes a lot of time.
So while we're on search engine optimization as well, how do you know what is good quality backlinks and which one isn't? How can you tell the difference between the two these days?
Well, you do checks on them. You can do score ratings as well. Google has score ratings for different websites and businesses. So when you find one that has the high score, I forget, it's been that long since I've done SEO myself now. I forget where you go to actually check it, but when there's a couple of things that you follow, you go by the domain registration. How long has the domain registration been for? Is it long time, or is it just been created for this purpose or something like that? So Google looks at that. So that's called DR. There's a few other things as well too. I think a QA. I didn't get prepared for this one. PR and all these different things. And when you go and search those, we have a list of things that we need to be above. We have to be above this amount. So if 30 is the quality minimum, we have to be 30 and above to make sure that place that we're going to place a blog onto is actually the right quality. If you pick something that's like a R-rated site or something and it's not relevant to your website, Google will penalize you for that. That's a bad link, And sometimes people link your website to bad links as well, so you have to always search and make sure that that's not happening. If you find bad links everywhere, then you have to de-link them through Google. So please get this link off their website because it's damaging our business type of thing. So they're just things that, a qualified SEO person should be aware of and should be on top of.
Yeah, I love that because, search engine optimization is something that a lot of people talk about in today's marketplace, right? And, how to optimize your website to be able to create organic traffic and so on as well. But there's the optimization of like Google, then there's optimization of Bing and all these other different websites and things like that as well, right? To show up in the organic search.
Yeah. The main one at the moment is Google. That may change with what's all been happening lately, but a lot of people now are going to DuckDuckGo, and there's one called Start Page or something. They're trying to look for ones that aren't hiding a lot of the websites that we used to be able to find before. Bing, I was going to say. Bing is a second one, and also what was the other one that used to be? Explorer, was it? No, that's Yahoo, I think it was. There was 3 that used to be big in the thing, but that's changing as well too. So there's a lot of different stuff coming out now.
Yeah, because I mean, when it comes to, because like there's so many factors that you got to put in when it comes to optimizing your website better. Because I mean, bear in mind too, guys, me talking about search engine optimization and everything like that today as well. Like a lot of our recommendations with search engine optimization for a lot of businesses is that, search engine optimization does take time. It's not something that, I know there's a lot of companies out there that will say to you, I can get you to page 1. But a lot of the time when they say I'll get you to page 1, it's like I'll get you to page 1 as, if someone searches business warriors, for example, right?
That's automatic.
Which is automatic, yeah. And a lot of people don't realize that I'll get you to page 1 is I'll get you to page 1 as business warriors. I'll get you to page 1 as Jared Harmon. I'll get you to page 1 as, if someone searches Serena Carly on Google, right? Or Bing or any of these other ones. But, that's completely automatic. We'll get you to page 1 straight away because your YouTube comes up, your Facebook comes up, your LinkedIn comes up, and because it's mentioned all the way through your website everywhere, it will automatically come up, right?
You're already on page 1.
But if we were to get you to page 1 with search engine optimization for lead generation on Facebook or social media advertising, right? Now we're talking a completely new game, which takes a long time to be able to optimize a brand spanking new website to get to page 1 in social media. It could take years to get to page 1, right, Serena?
It depends on your keyword. So, and it depends on the quality and the number of competition you've got. So there would be lead generation. See, I wouldn't just use lead generation just on its own. So usually starting off with something like that, you would go more for your local area first. So where are you? Perth. So let's just say lead generation Perth would be the first. That's called a long keyword, long-term keyword as well too, long-tail keyword. Lead generation Perth, because it's starting to localize it a little bit, and then it might be a little bit more lead generation on Facebook. So you go for the longer ones that you've got a better chance of getting up first. But after you've researched, well, how much, competition is out there, how many thousands, how many millions am I going up against? And that could take a long time. Usually you can give about, 3 months if you've got a really good SEO to start getting something up there. If it's not a huge one, like lead generation Perth, you could probably do that in 3 months' time if you've got somebody, really good doing it for you. But lead generation itself, you may never get up there. That could be like totally, not impossible, but it would take a lot of money and a lot of energy put into it to make that happen, because you'd have to build a whole scenario up around it. You'd have to build your own backlinks and, and many of them, and really be specific in the places you build them. You go and find those that are really qualified and get things. I remember once I did a test of building up I just built a blog on a website, and I posted in 2 quality links. One was like a .gov something or .edu or something like that, and one was I went and made a post on YouTube on someone who had millions of followers, and I posted on there and put my link and everything. There's a little bit of cheating going on, like, you got to really find the right places to post this. And by the next morning, it was already up on the web and on front page Google for the keyword that I was using. So, that's not easy to do, and it's not going to happen for everything. But if you know what you're doing and you've got a certain things that you're playing around with, you can get it up there and you can get people finding it for long tail keywords. and then you start slowly building up your main keywords that you want to be found for, and utilizing other things as well too. So SEO, make sure you got someone who knows what they're doing.
Yeah, really. And it's the same with any type of marketing too, by the way. It's not just search engine optimization as a whole. It's literally all forms of marketing, getting someone that knows what they're doing to do this for you. But, you know, over long term, you could end up like if you're really looking to crank search engine optimization, you can spend a lot of money really fast building links, backlinks, you know, really hitting this side hard, because a lot of people seem to think, oh, organic, so it's just, you know, but there's a lot of work that goes into the back end of building it and using keywords through your website, through your blogs, you know, bringing in other optimization channels from like videos on YouTube onto the website, and literally just optimizing that through your current website, right, and using that as backlinks too, can be quite a large job. But the long-term effects of what you can create through this is a lot of traffic going across to your website. And, you know, once this is built out and continued on, that the amount of traffic that you'd see coming to your website just organically from search is huge. So definitely must be developed into your strategy in some way, shape or form. Search engine optimization should, but it's just, you've got to go to someone that can holistically just look at your business and go, is this going to be a right fit for you to start with, your search engine optimization, or are you better off putting your money into some other form that's going to help you get more instantaneous results? But if you look at search engine optimization, you've got to be thinking ahead into the future for that. You got to be thinking 2, 3, 4, 5 years in the future of consistency to really, you know, blow up your brand online from a search perspective. Isn't that right, Serena? You got to be really thinking long term with this type of stuff. Not like you can turn on a Facebook campaign and just get it, you know, this week, right, or today, right? In a lot of cases, we switch on campaign that day, you're getting leads, you know.
You can get today, once again, depending if you use YouTube. YouTube is really good to get within like 24 hours. But then again, based on the keyword and even just for your own name or something like that, you can pretty much get it today. But that's, you know, on different aspects. So yes.
Well, yeah, with YouTube you can, yeah. With search, of course, 110% you can. But it's the keywords, it's what you say in the for the search to show up, right? It's you know, multiple different things. Like we've got, I know for example, we got ranking videos on Google for YouTube as well. So you know, we put in, we've got how to grow a beauty therapy business on social media. We've got how to grow a plumbing business on social media as well. We've got those ones ranking for Perth, Western Australia for that as well. So when you do search on Google for that, our videos show up the top. So you can do a lot of that, but, you know, it's not as if these videos as well are, you know, breaking records or anything like that, but they're just getting a few extra views every single month. That's what they're getting, right? But at the same point in time, there's a few extra views that we didn't have on things as well. So it's you got to think long term with a lot of this too, and it's trialing different avenues, different angles, different ways to be able to create that traffic as well. It's not just something that's going to happen for you straight away where it can, right? You see some people that are getting millions of views on their YouTube as well, just in very, very short periods of time, right? Because the search has just picked it up big time, right? So it's just those little things that you can do to be able to optimize what you do to be able to get more traffic. But for me, I prefer to seek more of the funding into Facebook and Instagram, right? Because, you know, you can get 10 leads in a day, 15, 20 leads in a day, right? Just by switching on a campaign, as opposed to, you know, what you're getting in these other avenues. Whereas these other avenues like optimization, like we're talking about, you know, what it can create long term is a lot more than what you're getting instantaneously on Facebook now, right? So yeah, heaps of really cool stuff there anyway. So that's the end of today's show anyway too, Serena.
Oh my gosh, that was really quick.
Yeah, and I know we've got meetings and things like that now to attend to too. If you've enjoyed today's show, just let us know in the comments. Value, if you've got some value from today's show. We've been talking about search engine optimization. We've been talking about outsourcing. We're supposed to speak a lot more on outsourcing today, but we got carried away talking around search engine optimization, which, you know, a lot of businesses are super valuable for as well. So just type, value into the comments to let us know that you got some value from today's episode. If you have any questions, as per always, just let us know by answering or asking those questions in the comments. We will attend to every single one of those in our shows as well.
I'm thinking Friday we could maybe go a little bit further with the outsourcing in regards to appointments and sales and all that sort of stuff.
100%. Let's talk a lot further on it on Friday as well, search engine optimization specifically, and work out ways that people can, optimize their websites in a lot more depth. If you'd like someone to have a look at search engine optimization for you and is it going to be right for you, feel free to just put into the comments here, leads, just type leads into the comments below, and we can get back to you with all the details to see if it's going to be a right fit for you. Until
I have something else that if you want to put your website address into the comments as well too, I'll tell you what your score rating is of your website, how far up the top you are, whether Google's looking at you with favorable eyes or whether they're looking at you with disdain and making you stay lower because the score on your website is F for fail or something. So there's an A, B, C, D, E, F rating. And many websites are in the F and they've got all the red all the way through, big errors all the way through. So pop your website link in and we'll have a look and let you know your score.
Fantastic. There you go, guys. Drop your website below. We'll see if that is an F for fail or you get an A grade with Google. If you'd like to know, just shoot it into the comments below. Just type leads and we'll see if it's going to be a right fit for you, the search engine optimization side. And we'll speak to you guys further on Friday about it all.
Arrivederla.
Awesome. Remember this one thing, guys. If you do not fight for your own freedom, absolutely nobody else will. So every single day, you must get out there every single day. You must take action every single day. You must make it happen. Remember to be the warrior. We'll see you all Friday. Cheers.
You're rude.